Pradeep ji is asking, had I known the truth, the source, I would have stopped searching. The fact that my mind is still in motion and in search proves that I have not known yet. On one hand, you say that the truth is unknowable. The mind cannot know it because it cannot contain it. On the other hand, you say, keep faith on that unknowable. How do I keep faith on something that I do not know and cannot know? How to come out of the dilemma, this restlessness? We will have to question your assumptions, Prateek. You are saying, had I known the truth, I would have stopped searching. The fact that my mind is still in motion and in search proves that I have not known yet. Really so? Couldn't you be carrying your wallet in your pocket and yet be looking around for it? And is it not possible that you could be carrying your wallet in your very hand but still be looking around in the belief that there is more to be had? Now, is the belief a gap, a shortage, a deficiency? Or is it an accumulation, an addition? You are saying you are searching for the truth because you have not known, and the search itself proves that you have not known. I am saying you are searching for the truth because you know a little too much for your own good. If you are searching, don't you know that something called search exists? If you are searching, don't you know where to search and how to search? If you are searching, don't you know that you are capable of searching? Aren't you carrying all this knowledge? One looks for something as if one is short of something. But the fact is that you are looking for something because you have something in excess, and that is belief. You're not short of something. You have an abundance, an unnecessary abundance of something, and that is confidence. Even your question is so full of confidence. Look at the assumption. The fact that I am searching proves that I do not know. If you really do not know, how would you search for something? Search begins upon knowledge. Search does not begin upon lack. Search in that sense begins upon false attainment. If you really do not know that you have lost something, how would you commence the search? Come on. Let's say something has gone missing from your house, and you yet do not have the news that the particular item has gone missing. Would you start searching for it? Your car was parked outside your house at 2 in the morning, which is actually the dead of the night. The thieves took it away. Do you start looking for that car at 2:01 a.m. or do you start searching for the car at 6:01 a.m.? It is not the loss that makes you begin the search. It is the knowledge of the loss that makes you begin the search. So you have knowledge. Your search is not based on loss. Your search is based on knowledge of the loss. And knowledge can come to you even if the loss has not happened. What if you are tipsy at 6 in the morning? You go out, the car is still there, but you take it to be a buffalo. And you start weeping and sobbing that the car has gone missing. And you start looking for car, your own car. And where do you find it? Obviously in some dairy where a lot of buffaloes are there. If the missing car appears like a buffalo, then a crowd of buffaloes, a pack of buffaloes would appear like a car garage. So many of them are being serviced. And milk is engine oil. This is the state and quality of our knowledge. And that is why we keep searching so much. Do you search when you are asleep? Would you search after you are dead? Were you were searching before you were born? You search only when your conscious mind tells you that something is missing. And this assertion that something is missing is called knowledge. So you have knowledge and you are unwilling to let go of this knowledge because this knowledge gives you sustenance and pride. This knowledge holds you up as a knowledgeable person. So you won't give this knowledge up. You see, even if you have a dirty name, a bad name, you still carry that name because you cannot tolerate to be nameless. That's the thing with knowledge. Even if it hurts you, still it gives you an identity. बदनाम ही सही नाम तो है. Even if knowledge hurts you badly, it still gives you something to remain occupied with. You prefer to be hurt by your knowledge than to be hurt in dissolution. Knowledge hurts, but dissolution hurts you even more. You won't want to be dissolved. So you carry the knowledge, right? Workplace hurts. But the very idea that one is not working in the conventional workplace, and the vision of mommy and papa riding roughshod over oneself, they prevail over you. They keep sending you every morning to the same workplace even if you feel suffocated there. That's what makes you tolerate bad conditions. The idea that the alternative is worse. And that also is the trick. If you want to have somebody almost willingly accept the rubbish of life, implant in him the idea that liberation is worse than this rubbish. Next, you have asked that on the one hand you say that truth is unknowable, on the other hand you say have faith on that unknowable. How do I keep faith on something that I do not know and cannot know? Faith is never kept on anything. There is just faith. Faith has no object. And that is why in India you have had two parallel streams. One that says, just have faith. The other that says that you can have faith upon anything. Now, faith cannot have any object. So any object is all right. You can have faith upon cow dung. You can have faith upon a plant, upon the tree, upon the river, upon the lake, upon a child, upon a deity, upon a rock, upon a cloud, upon the sky. Millions of gods. Faith does not have any object. If faith has object, then you are essentially trusting just yourself. Let's say I have been told to have faith upon one of you in this gathering. So I decide, I'll have faith upon her. And I indeed say, oh, she is worth trusting. I can have faith upon her. Whom have I trusted? My own decision. So whom am I really worshipping? Myself. And that is why faith cannot have any object, because the object is just an echo of the subject. The object is just another name of the subject. If you trust someone, you are just trusting the one who has decided to trust. Don't you say, when your parents object to your marriage, when your parents object to the boy, the man that you have chosen, you say, I have faith in my decision. You don't say, I have faith in Raju. What do you say? I have faith in my decision. Essentially, you are not marrying Raju. You are marrying your own image. Of course, that has changed its gender. That's what we should write. When marriages happen. Preeti, female, weds Preeti, male. Because obviously you are marrying only yourself. Only the gender has been changed. And that is why you have all the problems with the other that you have with yourself. Your dissatisfaction with the other is just a representation of your fundamental dissatisfaction with yourself. Whom have you brought home? Your own choice. You are living but with your own shadow. It's just that you want your shadow to be better than you. You even say, my better half. It's like you go and stand in the sun. You look at your shadow and say, my better half. You have taken the concept of Ardhanarishwar a little too seriously. Your husband is half of what you are, actually. And your wife is half of what you are, actually. It is not just foolishness that if Raju Gupta has a wife by the name Pinky Gupta, you can even call Pinky Gupta as Mrs. Raju Gupta. So Mr. Raju Gupta and Mrs. Raju Gupta, that is a more apt description. Mr. and Mrs. Raju Gupta have arrived. Don't you say that? Raju Gupta just has had sex change. And that is called the wedding ceremony. To have faith is to have the guts to say no to suffering, even if the result of that no is uncertain. Most of us are just dealers, traders in life. Before we reject something, we ask, what is the alternative? We are not rebels, we are shopkeepers. We do not know giving up, we only know barter. We can't cast aside, we can only exchange. Faith says, I do not know what is beyond, but I am certain that this is unacceptable. How am I certain? I do not know, but I am certain. In some way, therefore, faith is common sense. Faith says, I might be very hungry, but that doesn't mean I'll eat or drink poison. I do not know what would be the result of this refusal, but surely I cannot accept poison. I don't know what lies ahead, but what is there right now cannot be sanctioned. Pradeep, if you would trust only that which you know, then you are trusting nobody but yourself. If a man is stumbling, how can he support himself? You need something beyond yourself. A man is falling from a height. If he clutches his shoe, would he be saved? Huh? Please. If you start pulling both your feet up, would you start flying? Of course, you are trying a lot, no? Putting in a lot of effort. You know what? We were in the Kordiala camp. And we had a lot of college students with us. Deepti? And there was the mighty Ganga. And in the hills, it is rapid. So a long and thick rope fastened on one end to a strong support on the shore had been let loose in the river. The idea was that whosoever wants to enjoy floating can with one hand hold the rope and then let himself flow. So the rope is long and there is a queue of persons who are securing themselves against the flow by holding the rope. Now, I too was there in the flow, partly to enjoy and partly to take care of the students. Now, one fellow I saw as being carried away, and he was still blissful. Every single student had been instructed to never to leave the rope. So I asked him, "Where is the rope?" The bugger said, Kundan has already recalled that incident. The bugger said, "I am holding the rope, sir. All well, no issues." Now I am seeing that he is being carried away, adrift. I am not a swimmer myself, so I was having trouble investigating what the matter is. So somehow I reached close and saw that this guy was holding on to his own nada. He was holding his own nada, thinking. You know what nada is? What is the nada? How would you describe it in this language? The English language is very impoverished. It has no equivalent for the nada. Yes. It's a belt to hold the pajama.
Inbuilt belt.
It is an inbuilt belt to hold your pajama. Now the fellow is holding his own nada and thinking that it would save him from being taken away. That is the state of the fellow who chooses an object of faith. You are trusting your own nada, thinking that it will prevent you from getting drowned. You need something that is beyond the flow. You need something that is tethered to the land. You need something that is outside the flow. Something that does not move. Something that is firm. Not your own nada. But the fellow had knowledge and nada, both. Is that what you want? We all have both. What? Knowledge and nada. Want a few more examples? Have you seen babies sucking the thumbs of their feet? They sometimes start feeling that they are now filled up in the tummy. So much knowledge. Since 15 minutes I have been sucking. So obviously I must have had enough milk. Gone. That is called having faith on yourself. Sucking your own thumb. And thinking that it is providing you nourishment. Or trying to kiss your shadow. You see, if you are falling from the sky, so many analogies are popping up in this mischievous head. One is falling from the sky. The sun is on top. If the sun is on top and you are falling from the sky, where is your shadow? Right below you. So you are appealing to your shadow. When I fall down, please catch me. And you have knowledge and you have shadow. When I fall down, I will be falling right upon you. So I feel secure that you will catch me. That is called having faith on oneself. And you will fall with a third right upon your shadow. That is guaranteed. What would happen next is also guaranteed.